Hello, everyone. Good Friday evening. Make sure my microphone's on. Yep, sounds good. Um, Trisha, how you doing? Christina, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tonight we're going to do a discussion, not a investigation, but we'll be doing more of those throughout October when Halloween starts up. So, but I thought I would do a discussion about some haunted dreams tonight. So we'll get into that. Plus, I got a website that's going to bring us 22 nightmares that people have described as very, uh, very horrifying to them. So we'll get into that too in a little bit. All right. Um, so what we're going to do is wait for a few more people to get in here, then we'll get started. But I hope everyone's had a good week, and I got my. See, there it goes. Make sure my chat's working on my. Sometimes the StreamYard chat does not always work as well, so I have to make sure I got the channel up for a while at least. It gets weird sometimes on this StreamYards. If anybody's ever used it, they know exactly what I'm talking about. And so you're fantastic, wonderful, wonderful. All right, like I say, we'll get a few more people in here and we'll get going. Do have some cool little things over here, by the way. Got these things from Dollar Tree. It's really neat. I got a little sheet that goes over tablecloth or whatever. You ain't gonna be able to see that good, but you this right here is flat. I mean, you got a crystal ball, you got a lamp. Those things are cool. Then this other thing right over here is a ghost. And hang on, I'll have to turn it off for you to see it good. But whoa, we're getting foggy. There we are. That's really cool. I thought he was neat. Um, and so there we go. Doing good. Doing good. Doing good. Thank you. So we'll get off the foggy here in a second and get the thing working right. There we go. All right. Okay. My mom says she's listening in. Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, they are really cool. It's really neat stuff. Those things, and I guess that was it as far as Dollar Tree went. But I got uh, that right there, Darth Vader. I put a picture up on Twitter or X or whatever it's called these days, and that thing was like $50, and they had it marked down to $5. So that was really really cool. Hey sis, so that was really cool. But I'll move again and show you. But it's right there, there, the head, the big Darth Vader head. So I've added some stuff to the room since we did a live stream in here last. So, but yeah, now the chat's working better on StreamYards. That's good. So we want to get into some haunted dreams and things like that tonight. And for those who may be joining us in right now, but I got, like I said, I got 22. We ain't gonna go through all 22, but we'll go through some of them and talk about the nightmares that people have had. So, Patty, how are you? Welcome in. That was a really cool premiere you had, by the way. I came in late on that premiere. I had to go back and watch the beginning again, but that was really cool. And I try to get on and watch as many people as I possibly can, but it ain't always easy. I oh, you're welcome. I got in a little bit into what the paranormal Amy's live stream last night. Pretty interesting discussion about is YouTube. I think it was something to the effect of is YouTube hurting paranormal channels. So, but it was an interesting discussion, and I'll say this that there is a I've kind of somewhat made light of what's going on in some of these paranormal channels. Most of them, putting demon in every uh, heading they have, or ever, a demon attacked, a demon this, a demon that. But so I've kind of made a little bit light of it because you're seeing it like all over the place now. But honestly, the that stuff's not to play with, by the way. And I want to get into some of the dreams I've had too tonight, and things, but long before I was ever doing paranormal uh, dreams that I've had. So I kind of made a little bit light of it on Twitter and Instagram, but as far as the channels goes, but I really wish that those channels would understand that people have gone through things like that, and it's attacks and stuff from demonic stuff is real, and it's not every place you go film either. So, oh yeah, yeah, there's a lot of people going live the last several days, so it's been real good to see different premieres and lives and things like that. So I've been trying to pop in and catching some stuff here and there, but anyway, it's been interesting seeing all that. Okay, so oh, by the way, before I forget, got this today in the mail. Boop. I put it up on Twitter, Instagram. It's our new hat. I've never done hats on our Teespring before, but this one turned out really good. It turned out better than I thought it would, and although I don't know why it had a green bottom to it, I didn't ask for that. But anyway, but you should be able to get it however you want. If you want to look at our Teespring, you can go into our about section here on YouTube and our link tree, and it'll take you right to it. What's up, AD? Welcome. So yeah, but it turned out better than I thought. Hats are still, I think, fairly new for. So if you guys got Teespring and you guys want to do this for your channel, um, it turned out better, a lot better than I thought, except for the green bottom of the bill. But that's okay. That was a sample hat anyway, so thank you. Um, but that was really cool. It was really a neat thing. I was worried about it looking good, but it turned out a lot better than I thought. All right. Thank you for the shout outs on Twitter or X Twitter or Twitter X or whatever you want to call it these days. It's Elon Musk's app, I guess is what we can call it. But anyway. All right. So I'm going to, like I said, the whole entire thing about, and AD was in Amy's live stream last night. And like I said, when YouTubers put demon in their headings of their channel, or their not channel but their videos, they to me it's just kind of, they make a little bit light of it, and they're being fake, so to speak. But demon stuff is real, and I want to get into some of my own dreams and some of these dreams that I have found online here. And let me get the camera set here, and I want to pop over and read. um, like I said, there's 22 of them, but I want to only I'll skim through some, and I won't read the whole thing, but I'll read some of the stuff it's in it. But this person wrote, and they got like usernames, so they don't have their real names up. So anyway, this person put up. It says, when I was 8, I had a reoccurring dream over a period of months. I was awake 72 hours because I was too afraid to sleep. The dream was in our basement with my sister, so I don't know how many she had, two, three, but there was at least two. They were getting something to drink. Suddenly, my sister's faces turned and started to get weird. Their mouths and nose were really small, and pretty much 90% of their faces was just their eyes. As I started to run upstairs, a creature grabbed me by my neck and pulls me up the steps. The face was like a normal one, but it had skin, another type of skin above it. And it started screaming like a demon, and I just couldn't. go back to sleep, and it said, but when her mother came in to wake her up, she had been screaming for 3 hours before she got woke up. Said, "I hate my basement." And so there's one instance of that going on, and and there's more, but uh, let me scroll down. But again, it was somebody had such a bad dream because of a demon attack or a nightmare attack, but she was being attacked in her dream. It wasn't like dreaming of things and just seeing things. This poor person was attacked in their dreams. So those are the kind of things I've had, even long, like I said before, I started doing paranormal. So that way I can't say, well, I've done paranormal. It's because of paranormal. It's long before paranormal. Um, oh, thank you, Patty. Thank you for showing up. We appreciate it. So I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat as I do this as well. But but that is one thing that well, one story we'll get into. So I've had some of my own. I've had that happen before too. Um, I've seen what I think is the Antichrist 3 times in a dream. Um, Also, that wasn't an attack, but it was just the dream. I saw him and not couldn't see his face. I don't know who he is, but you could tell that's who he was as he was trying to put himself up on the stage and take over the world. So that, but now as far as being attacked and hurt during my dreams, um, that has happened. And I was this is before paranormal. I had an instance where I got choked, and I was getting choked in my dream. In my dream, and I don't really know exactly what it was. It was a person, and he was a real evil looking. And when I woke up, I didn't have any lines or anything on my neck, but you could still feel the soreness. So, and so there was that one, and also I've talked about this one in the past as well. I had a dream that I was in a garage, and a person was in this. It was like a mechanic garage or a car garage or whatever. A guy came out and was starting to stab me in the chest with a needle nose pliers. And when I woke up, the it was about right here, roughly. And when I woke up, I was still feeling that hurt in there. You know, it was just it was real. It was real. Things were happening. So it these things can happen, and so that's why I don't like to see certain paranormal channels kind of making light of saying things are demons or demons attacks, because there's a lot of times I've gone on and watched their videos. I'm like, nothing really happened. You know, it was a noise, or maybe they heard a sound that was sounded like a scream or something, so they said it was demonic or whatever. So there's that, and but it their channels never show anything. And I think a lot of people, if they actually were attacked by demons while doing investigations, they probably would never go back and do them again. Um, okay, Eddie, thank you. Bud, how are you? Seeing you sneak in here. Um, so let me go to the next one, and we'll read the next one. Excuse me. All right. It said one is five. When this person was 5 years old, in the dream, they were in their house drawing on chalk on their deck. Um, let's see. Her mom came out of the house screaming. And remember, these are dreams. Her mom came out of the house screaming and yelling, telling us at us for drawing on the deck. But it got weird because the lady wasn't Gracie's mom. She was something evil, and I could tell it. It says she was transforming into something dark and ugly in front of our eyes, and you couldn't see her face anymore. And so it goes on to say that fast forward to second grade, I go to school one day and Gracie isn't there. My teacher told the class that she had drowned while riding her tricycle. by the pool. Um, and she goes on to say, back in that dream that she had, though, um, that the evil thing threw her and her friend off a cliff. In that, so that's just kind of an overview of that dream that I didn't. That's a big paragraph, so I kind of just paraphrased it. But anyway, it seemed to be the fact that you know apparently an attack and being thrown off a cliff. I mean that I'm trying to imagine this in my head, having a dream where something takes you and throws you off of a cliff or off of a mountain or whatever. And that I can't hardly fathom that. But oh, by the way, comment, guys, if you've had any of these type of dreams, and any time in your life, just comment, let me know, and we'll get into that discussion. But so let me go on to the next one, and we'll talk about that real quick. But anyway, the next one's kind of a shorter, uh, not as long, so we'll get into this one pretty easily. He said, when I was quite young, I had a very specific fever nightmare where I had been lying flat somewhere in the darkness. A clock was ticking continually, getting louder and louder until it became overwhelming. All of a sudden, it would stop, and there would be a very soft laughter in my ear. I'd wake up and instantly, and I would think I was fine until the ticking started again. So apparently, what I'm reading of this, it didn't really go into much detail of it, um, but when they woke up, they still heard the ticking that was going on, and that's kind of like I was saying about my dreams. I could still feel the whatever that was going on. With me, whether it be the choking or that needle nose plier going into my chest. Um, Dreams of graveyards. Well, yeah, I mean, it's you know, I'd have had dreams of graveyards too, but nothing that ever, like you said there, sis, nothing has ever hurt me in those things. But man, those dreams that I had that where I was getting hurt, that was weird. The one with the needle nose pliers when I had been doing paranormal for a bit, but the choking one was long before I started doing paranormal. So yeah, dreams are not that crazy. I'm glad. I'd rather hear people not having these type of dreams, but these things can happen. It's really scary. Well, let's go on to another one. Let me just kind of skip through, and we'll try to find some that are not very long, so we're not reading forever. Um, here's one that was. Now again, I don't know who's writing these. They have a username that they put into, but it's called. By the way, it's called Ranker. If you want to read these, Ranker. Matter of fact, let me first do this. I will copy and paste it in the chat, and y'all can go check out these that I'm reading. Again, like a lot of them, I'm just going to be, paraphrasing or going through and just putting or talking just a little bit about things, kind of shortening things up. But this one's not very long. It says the title on this one was my brother was viciously stabbed. It says I often have dreams that involve going on crime sprees with different family members. One night I dreamed I was out with my brother robbing a place and getting chased by the police. At one point, we were in a store. A policeman stabbed my brother through the bottom of his mouth and into his brain. Godly, with a giant knife. It was so realistic, so detailed. It goes on to say, my brother died in 2011, and this was the only dream I've had since then where I've seen his face. So wow, that's pretty wild. Um, I've never had That's weird. That detail of a stabbing. I mean, it sounds gross, and but it. I bet that would be realistic, and that would be scary for sure. I mean, I don't know what I would do with a dream like that. I probably wouldn't sleep for a while. So again, if y'all are joining us, coming in late or whatever, and you had any paranormal nightmares, haunted nightmares, let me know. Comment. We will definitely discuss those. Another one we'll get into. Let's see. Let me go find another one that's not very long. This one's pretty weird. It said I was going to drown in my own blood. Um, it says the worst one that I can remember as far as nightmares is when I was doped up, and I'm not really sure what this is, but anyway, in some place on in some place on some kind of medication or something. Anyway, he didn't go into detail, but I was in a glass box in the middle of a mall with rivets all over my skin and blood pouring out of them. The box was filling up, and as I was going to drown in my own blood, and the only thing people did was stop and giggle and wave and carry on. I That one's weird. Um, that's good, Patricia. I'm glad you hadn't because you don't really want to deal with that. It's not something that anybody needs to deal with, but it does happen, unfortunately. Um, let's see, what's the next one? Oh, it's really long. We'll skip that one. There's a lot of, if you go to that, that link I put in there, there's some there, it's very, very long, very, very detailed, very, it would take us a while to get through. So I'm just skimming through and trying to find things that are not very long to read. This one says, let's see, some friends and I were uh, caving and swimming, or in a cave pool swimming, when I heard a blood curdling scream and a help me from somewhere across the cave. I walked towards the noise and found a goat with a demented human face, and it would just kept screaming, "Help me!" in this pain-stricken voice. I can't help begin or to describe it. Then I woke up. That's freaky. That's disgusting. I don't. I wouldn't want to dream like that. Oh Lord. Next one is let's see. Gargoyle hanging from a ceiling fan. See what this one's about. In an instance of sleep paralysis, I woke up in the middle of the night with a cold sweat and looked up to see a gargoyle like demon hanging from my fan. It had blood red eyes, and I could see its fleshly wings. It was just hanging there staring at me, and I was panicking and unable to move. So I'm kind of believing he was probably not in a full wake, he wasn't completely awake, but that would be freaky to wake up and see a gargoyle staring at you. Yeah, yeah, you said that before, sis. I tell you, I wish you could see them a little bit better though. Um, let's see. It looks like I need to go to the next page. Is that what I was trying to do? There he goes. Um, okay, okay. The next page is just talking about. Yeah, the next page is just talking about the reason for certain dreams and stuff. So, um, let me see if I can find one. I mean, it gives you like the reason why you're having certain dreams. Um, let's see. Here's one that says, if you dream about being in a natural disaster, whether it's a tornado or an all-out apocalypse, you find yourself in the middle of a horrific catastrophe. It says the meaning of that dream would be while you may be tempted to warn the neighborhood about the end of the world after dreaming a natural disaster like that. Yeah, that would be something I would think about, I guess. Don't be so quick. Chances are you're dreaming about a more challenging or more something that's more specific to you. A tornado can represent a big life change that has been taken away from your security. An earthquake can represent bad news or financial troubles. Volcano can represent anger. So the next page, when you do get the next page, you can read about why people have certain dreams. Hey, Pittsburgh, how y'all? Um, but um, again, like I was saying a while ago, um, I don't take the demon stuff like lightly at all. I don't take paranormal lightly at all. But I just think it's kind of foolish to put things in your videos that are not true, and 90% 90 we'll say 98% of the time when people put it in their YouTube channel they had a demon, uh they're lying. It's just fake crap. But again, if you anybody's coming in late has had any paranormal nightmares, please type them in, let me know. um you might find an answer in that, Patricia, in that link I put in there. They talk about certain dreams and stuff and why you have them. It's on the second page when you get into that website, but it might help you. I don't know. It might give you an idea um, why you may be having dreams. Why, people have told me they've had dreams of oh, things like being out in a garden or something, and they couldn't figure out what that means, or they've had dreams of being on top of a mountain and don't know why that. So I mean, there's probably an explanation to it, but not like being attacked during a dream and stuff like that. Being attacked, that's demonic stuff. So there's really no meaning behind that other than something not right. You know, demons mostly. I don't know that I've ever heard anybody ever getting attacked by, you know, I don't know. Let's say Uncle Joe that died, and he was might have been a pain in the ass during, during his life. But I've never heard that I know of anybody ever being attacked by, a person who passed away. But it's usually demons. So there's that. Um, there we go. So does anybody have anything they want to ask or whatever? I'm kind of pretty much done with the reading of those things. But if there's anything you'd like to ask, let me know. We'll discuss it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, check it out and see. I mean, I'm not sure what your dreams are about exactly, but might be able to figure that out. Just be thankful you're not getting attacked or anything in them. But yeah, you may be able to figure out kind of what's going on there. I hope you do. Message me. Let me know if you figured it out. That'd be good. Um, Maybe put your mind at ease. That'd be really good. Um, So plans going forward. We're getting close to December. I know I start my haunted Halloween in September, at the beginning of September. And the last video I put up was some of our best responses. And yeah, that gargoyle is weird. But I don't know how cool it'd be if it was like trying to hurt you, maybe. But I put up the video. Yeah, yeah, Patricia. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Thank you. Um, and it was some unique responses that we've got. So, one was where me and Marnie was with some friends at a haunted picnic area and the REM pod going off. Some were the haunted shed with the dolls and stuff. By the way, I got a new doll. We'll be doing an investigation soon on that one. See what, if it's completely haunted or not. May not be. Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out. Also, and then where Zelda Fitzgerald died. We got things like back off was one of the things that came through the SB7. Let's see. What was the other one? But the grid lights for me and my sister was in another little apartment thing investigating. The lights flickered and went completely out on that grid light. Never had anything like that happen before. She had brand new batteries in it. It should have never drained. We hadn't had it on all that long, and but it was kind of answering questions with it. If you haven't seen that full video, please check out that full video because we've done a couple in there, and maybe one day we'll be able to do it again. We'll see. Uh, but um, but like I say, it was like answering questions, kind of like it would with a K2 or a flashlight or something. But yeah, it was fun, but it was also weird too. Oh, never had that happen before. So, but throughout the month of October, I plan on hopefully, as long as the bears stay away, you know, we have bears around here. Um, and yeah, the big thing would be bears staying away from my yard. I'll be able to go out to the shed and do more live investigations throughout the month of October. So I'm really going to ramp things up in October with that type of thing. Every year I try to do something a little different than years previous with our haunted Halloween. So my goal, hopefully, will be to go out and to the shed while we do live streams and do investigations with the dolls. And I got that Civil War, a box of Civil War stuff, and got books from O. Henry. So all kinds of stuff I've already investigated for deception of the new doll. And who knows where I may come across something else that we need to investigate. Okay, that sounds good, Patricia. Yeah, just check that link out. That's a pretty cool little website there. It seems like I just came across it today, so um, I didn't get a chance to go through all of them. So, but yeah, y'all go back and read them. See what you think about those. I think the first one we talked about, somebody having a dream about their sister's faces turning and a demon snatching them up or whatever. That was pretty wild. That first one's pretty wild for sure. But like I said, we'll be doing more live streams out there in the shed. I plan on going to Riverside Cemetery. There's some places I've never been in that place before, and it's hard to believe. I mean, we're doing this 6 years, and there's places in that cemetery I've not ever filmed at. There are some people that are buried there that I'd like to see if I can make communications with. Who knows? Maybe that'll happen. Be good if I can. I did go back recently to Riverside to check on the little red car that I put on the headstone, the little boy that died there, and you had to see that video to see if it's still there. And I went down to the bottom of Riverside where the that ritual thing is, where the little doll and stuff was. Um, when you see that video, you're going to see something totally different. But anyway, those videos are going to be coming out really soon. So I've had people say this to me before, saying that the reason why the K2 goes off, and I've had these in comments, the reason why the K2 goes off is because of my camera and my phone. But now the phone can set the K2 off. That we all know, right? And uh, that's why if you're using the K2, like over, let's say here, keep your phone back there, and that way it doesn't interfere. So if you get a hit with the K2, it's the spirit. I also took the camera and put it right on top of the K2. The K2 never blinks, never does anything. I mean, I had it sitting right on top of it. Never happened. Nothing ever. I mean, you can see it when I'm in that video when I put it up. Actually, I've done it twice. Where I've taken and put it on the K2 and showed that the camera has no effect at all on the K2. So if you're filming, you have a K2, keep your phone away, but your camera's not going to set it off at all. I've proven it twice. You'll see those videos. So there's that. Thought I'd throw it out there as a public service announcement because I'm tired of hearing about it. Um, let's see what else. I was going to get into something else tonight too for a second. Um, let's see. Oh, if you hadn't seen, I know this is a shameless plug, but anyway, those are just coming in. There you go. New hats, Teesprings. Um, shameless plug, but having a good time with it. Anybody got any questions or anything for me? We want to try to go to about 10 o'clock, so we got about 15 more minutes or so. I wanted to go live last week, by the way, but we had some things come up and wasn't able to. I was going to do a shed investigation, but I was going to do it on Sunday, and then just really couldn't. And anyway, so there's that. Yep, gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, always plug the merch. That's right. That's right. The hat is probably my favorite now. I like t-shirts, okay, but I wear hats all the time. And when they gave me the option to do hats on Teespring, I was like, I gotta take that option. And so, but anyway, like I say, um, I do want to get a new logo of some kind um, to go with the channel as soon as I can. And was it that place Fiverr might go through that. That's where we had our old Crossroads Explorers logo, the big blue road that we had for our logo back in the day. And I'll probably go through them again and get a logo, something a little better. I think that what I got for the hat worked out good for the hat. I don't need a big old bunch of stuff on it. Just the words is all I need. But I got T-shirts that look exactly like that online. And you can get them in different colors too. But I kind of get a logo, hopefully with a crow. That's our mascot. So, but anyway, and I was going to go with a purple and orange background to see how it looked, kind of Halloweenish, but it didn't turn out near as good. So I went back to the blue. But but these worked out good over here. Well, Dollar Tree, go to Dollar Tree for your Halloween needs. Me and Marnie live there. Also because of Marnie, but anyway, she loves that place. Yeah, yeah, people are coming out with some new merch. I've seen a lot of people with merchandise with. I think Amy's got some new from What the Paranormal, and some others I've seen pop up. So yeah, Dollar Tree is dangerous. It really is. There's a lot of times I go in there, I don't really find a lot for me, but Marnie's a good crafter. She loves to craft and do things like that, and she's getting some Halloween stuff type, and then she gets some other things, and she likes to make do cool little things and stuff. So she loves it. That and Hobby Lobby. Most of my decorations back here are Hobby Lobby. Matter of fact, everything back there is, I believe. Um, have to do the tour of the room sometime for y'all to see the whole thing, but like what you can see behind, like the bat, that's Hobby Lobby. Darth Vader's, all the Darth Vader stuff is Hobby Lobby. The Batman below the bat signal is Hobby Lobby. I got Flash over there. It's just pretty much everything, but just a couple things that I don't that it didn't come from Hobby Lobby. But go go to Hobby Lobby if you want stuff too to decorate your room. So and the thing is, there's a place in Weaverville, North Carolina, where Hobby Lobby and Dollar General or Dollar Tree rather, Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree are side by side. We start with Hobby Lobby, we jump to Dollar Tree, and then Walmart. We usually get our groceries at Walmart, so that's the last place we hit. But you can't go to Weaverville without going to Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree. I already learned all that. There you go. You only shop Walmart. I don't mind it. But there's times, man, it gets so busy in there. I like to go kind of earlier in the day, around, let's say, before lunch, and it's not too bad to go in there and shop. Mostly, Marnie likes to look too at the clearance sections over there, with all the different clearance stuff, and then I always go to clothing to see if there's anything new, any kind of t-shirts or something that'd be cool to wear. Because they'll be doing Halloween shirts here for long, so there's that. And let's see, and then like I say, yeah, Dollar Tree for snacks. Y'all, that's a good place to get snacks. Snacks, Halloween stuff, whatever. Um, I find some pretty cool stuff. Sugar-free stuff. I try to find as much as I can of it. So, and occasionally Dollar Tree has some good sugar-free stuff in it. So, anyway. Um, so, some of you all may know who James from View from the Middle, A View from the Middle is his YouTube channel. Um, we were talking about maybe getting together and doing some pro wrestling podcasts and stuff and talking pro wrestling. So if you like pro wrestling, some people do, some don't. I want to try to get together and do some of that pretty soon. Be something different than the paranormal. His channel is more of a ride along podcast type thing. He's got real good stuff. He's got real good stuff. So if you follow him, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, please go check him out. A View from the Middle. His name is James, and man, he's really good. And I'll shout out a couple more channels too. That the Steel one has got some new videos up with him doing him and his girlfriend Rachel doing the taste testing from all over the world, different types of food. Uh, Rich and I go back as far as YouTubers about the same time, and I've followed him for a long time. He's done some paranormal stuff. He's done some exploration stuff, and his new stuff with the taste testings are really cool. So go check them out. He's the Steel one, and if you follow me on X, Twitter, whatever, I usually shout those guys out, so you can click on there and see. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. It'd be fun for us to do. Me and James grew up in the '80s watching, or he did. He's a little older than me, but we watched about the same amount of stuff. So it's gonna be fun to talk about that. I was heavily into that when I was a kid, professional wrestling. So that's gonna be fun to do. It's gonna be something a lot different than this, but it'd be neat. Um, Still put up YouTube shorts. And by the way, thank you all. Thank you for all the views for the big long form videos and the short videos. Had one today. He had about 2,700 views of the YouTube short. So doing good there. We're getting close to 900 total videos between shorts and long form videos. Um, I wouldn't have thought I'd have made 500 videos, let alone 900, almost 1,000. We'll get probably at 1,000. Probably the first of the year, I guess. Probably just soon thereafter if I keep putting up YouTube shorts. That's a combination of both, so that's why I got so many videos. But Vaka, good morning to you. How are you? Good to see you. So, but yeah, those have been working out good. The YouTube shorts are working out real good. My my views are getting a little better on the long form videos, so that's good. I've been trying to keep the videos fairly short, not going over 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I've had people tell me in the past that they prefer kind of like getting to the point in most of the videos instead of just a bunch of walking around a cemetery or whatever. And that's good criticizing to get because it lets me know a little more about what you all want to see. So I'm trying to get to the point where when I do film, you in the editing, you see just basically the uh, getting to the point, getting right to the point, and so that's what I'm trying to do. So I do appreciate it. And you all vodka, and you are always shouting us out on Twitter, Patricia, everybody. That helps my views out a ton. Thank you so much. Oh, ain't they fun? Rich and Rachel are good. They're funny, and their expressions on their face when they try food is hilarious. Just I love it. I love it. And James is good too with his ride arounds and podcast thing that he does. So it's something out of the norm of paranormal, and it's something cool to watch. I don't. I There's times we're not always, and it's something Vodka you all were talking about last night. It's not easy for us to go around and sit around and watch videos all day long as much as we would like to watch everybody's content. It's just not uh, easy for us to do. So I catch up. Sometimes I catch up, and it's about 2 or 3 weeks later, but I catch up as fast as I can. Yeah, it is. It really is. Good to change up things for sure. Um, but anyway, uh, doing something different with my second channel, the X Factor TV Games channel. We'll be doing podcast on wrestling there, and still doing my paranormal here. And let's see. I've been trying to be consistent, putting videos out on Tuesdays, either at 5 o'clock or unless I'm premiering, and I'll do it like 8 or 9 o'clock rather, uh, my local time, Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, you're right, Vodka. Y'all had a good discussion last night, by the way. You know, and it was something I was talking about before you came in, Vodka. Was I know I've been putting up some things on Twitter and Instagram, kind of making light of YouTube channels putting demons in their titles or whatever. But it was something we were talking about earlier about nightmares and stuff, and people having those actual demon experiences. And I really hate to see people just taking it lightly. That's very important that people know that there's been people who've been attacked, including me in my dreams, and people getting attacked while they're awake by demons. So um, I think it's just, I mean, I know it's for views and stuff like that or whatever, but it's just sad that there's people who've gone through that a lot or at least more than once and had to deal with that. So, but a good discussion y'all had last night. I tried to listen to much of it as I could, but I was in it for a bit listening. But I don't think, and I'll kind of uh, talk a little bit more about that. I don't think YouTube's hurting paranormal. I think it's the I know that we see a significant downfall after Halloween. We have I notice in my videos that I usually have between, let's say, late August and through Halloween where my videos do much better. Like my Helen's Bridge videos get views through that time, and hoping to be able to go back up there soon. Of course, there's a lot of no parking signs and stuff, so I'd have to kind of find somewhere to park, walk, and go back up to it. Whereas it used to, I could just park off to the side and just film. Can't really do that anymore. But there's a window of opportunity for, especially if you're new to paranormal. If you have a new paranormal channel, you have this. Try to start it around like we did in August, September, and October. You'll get good views and hits, and then hopefully people will stick with you. But we have a short window of opportunity where our views get really good, and then it kind of trickles back down after, let's say, Halloween. People are thinking about Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and they're checking out different videos, that not spooky videos, so to speak, or paranormal stuff. So have a short window, but use it to the best of our ability. But I don't think I don't think YouTube. YouTube's algorithm is very strange. You can put in things like when I do my YouTube shorts, I have a certain things. If you look at them, you'll see where I have pound or whatever that is pound haunted or pound haunted dolls, and those things help, or hashtag or whatever it's called now. Those things help, and it's helped my views on my short videos. Um, and I still put those in my long form videos, but um, I can't put I can't put things like demon and stuff in my videos because there's nothing there at all for that. So I had to rely upon things like the haunted dolls do really good. My haunted dolls videos usually do much better than the cemeteries, but I can't. Yeah, it is strange, but I can't just do haunted dolls all the time. Now to get people will get tired of that, so I had to kind of break it up. And unfortunately, around here where I live, there's not a lot of haunted places I can go to. There's no. I mean, I want to go back to the haunted picnic area, but there's no abandoned buildings I can get into anymore. There was one; it's now fenced off. It's no trespassing, and I only got in there one time. There's a bridge I wanted to film at again. It's where the movie Thunder Road was filmed, or part of it was filmed. Can't do that no more. They got apartments there now. So it's I'm limited. I'm very limited because I can't travel, places, and so I'm limited. So I do the very best I can with cemeteries and the places I can go. Yeah, yeah, and I do, and I know that you know you do the best you can as a content creator. If you listen to Amy's last night, there for a while, she had to back off on some of her videos and stuff. She had a lot of stuff going on. That happens. The job I do is consistently round the clock. So um, it's not easy for me to hop out other than go to the shed beside the house or my parents' house. That's nobody lives there anymore. I could probably go down in the basement, do some things there, um, but that's next door. So I'm still close to home where I need to be. So I do the very best I can. And again, like I said, I do short term videos now. I kind of get to the point. Uh, of what happened, if anything. It's not. I'm never guaranteed to get anything. I don't know how many videos I made, and I said, no K2, no RAM pod hits. Didn't really get anything in the Ghost Tool app. Yeah, it does, Vodka. It does. There are people who can, and maybe one day I will. Maybe one day I'll be able to do that, but right now not. But so I kind of focus the channel upon the trying to communicate with spirits. I've had a lot of good validations to the Ghost Tool app. The Ghost Tool app is a very good handy tool. I'll show you that just, for some people who may not know. Um, look at this though, real quick. Other than like the messages and Samsung stuff that's on my phone, that's like all the apps I use. And, but, there is one that I forgot about using. It's called it's a meter that if the phone gets moved, it shows the vibrations of it. And my sister sent me that, and I forgot to use it. But if it moves, I don't know how good you can see that, but if it moves, it makes little lines and it says, like numbers of how much the movement happened on it. I don't know how good you can see that, but anyway, maybe that's a little better. So I can lay it on a headstone or something. There he goes. If you shake it, if a spirit comes up and hits it, it shows lines and stuff showing where it's uh, what they're doing with it. So I keep forgetting to use that. But that is a good tool to use, by the way. And then the Blue Hand app, Ghost Tool, a lot of good validations from. I'm glad we were told about this. Amy used it years ago. It's been my best tool. Oh, thank you, Patricia. I appreciate it. Thank you, Vodka. I appreciate it. I do it for you guys. I do it for you guys. I know y'all like it, and yeah, Ghost Tool's cool, isn't it? It was since, and that's another thing I do with the channel too. I try to, as much as possible, even when I'm in a place, cemetery, whatever, if I get a name and then ask you ask the spirit how they died, and let's say they died of a sickness or something. So if I get the name Joe, and and let's say I'm near that headstone, it says Joe Smith or whatever, and if I say Joe, how did you die? And it says sickness. If I can find his bio in the graveyard app and it shows where he died of like tuberculosis or something, that's good validation. And the YouTube and the not YouTube, the ghost tool is good for that because when you may have seen the video where me and Marty were in a cemetery, I got the name Garrett. It was the first thing I got. Later on, Marty found a GD Ingle. Kind of find out after research, thanks to my mom and sister and everybody working together, GD Ingles Garrett. I mean, it's the best validation. I've used some other ones too, and I'm kind of questioning them a little bit. Um, but yeah, great. Yeah, I think great valid. I mean, when you're able to validate those things, that's when it's like it's for real. And I've gone back to using the SB7 and SB11 a little bit more. I really miss not using those that much. And there's another one that I would suggest too that seems to be getting some good validations is this one here, the Ghost Vox. Um, it's I'm still a little bit up in the air with it a little bit, but there's times I get words that come through that make total sense of the scenario that's going on at the time. So I'm leaning a little bit closer to that Ghost Vox too, being good. Um, so there is the other one that's a spirit talker, and the thing with a spirit talker is, and I know it's nothing against at all Spotted Ghost. He's really good, and he's trying, but there is movement you can make on a spirit talker that says he will touch you. That if you shake it or move it or something, or somehow you shake it or whatever, there it is. You'll start getting words. And let me see if I can get to do it again. How did I do that? There it goes. So I've gotten 3 words just by shaking it. And I got 4 words just by shaking it. Not a knock on Spotted Ghost, but it could be just one of those things where moving the phone, it may not be good for that app, and it might just pop up things because of whatever reason. I don't know how these things work exactly, but anyway, yeah, Vox is creepy, but the validation and that stuff is sometimes it blows your mind how good that is. So I'm like, just a second, let me get a sip of drink here. But yeah, yeah, he was honest about it. I mean, but he was trying to explain that basically with that app, that I guess when you're using it, it's best just to leave it sitting stationary and then let the words come up that again, it's still trial and error for that one. But the ghost tool is something I've used for 5 years maybe, and I'm very confident in because I can. But you can take the ghost tool and get it turned on, and you can shake the hell out of this thing. I mean, just shake and shake. I'm not getting anything. Shake it up, nothing. So I don't know. It may be something he needs to work on with that app. Maybe there's a sensitivity thing or something that he might have to work on. I don't know. I don't know how those. I'm not technically savvy, so hopefully he'll get his thing figured out. But now the one thing that he does have too is the music box, and you do have to leave that stationary because if you move it, it's going to make all the music come up and all that stuff. Um, so with that, you do have to leave it stationary and just. And I've had spirits do it. I mean, the thing goes off. Put it in airplane mode. Excuse me, and do it that way. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I really think Spotted Ghost is trying really hard, but I think he just maybe a tweak or two, maybe it'll help it. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, it's got to be stuff like in there that's you know because there's games you can play on your apps that require shaking it to work. I don't know. I've never played them, but I've seen people like videos and stuff. People shaking it and rolls like things roll around or whatever, and so there's got to be something he can do to tweak that because I've even put it in airplane mode and shaked it and it still does the same thing. So I thought, well, if you put it in airplane mode, maybe it don't do it, but it still does. So, and I think he was saying too that it didn't seem to be going on with the iPhone like that. So I believe it was the iPhone he shook and nothing ever happened. So, but anyway, maybe it's just Android, and I got Android. So anyway. But maybe he can get it fixed. I hope he does. I hope he does. I wish him the best. I do shout him out. Um, I think he's really trying hard. If you listen to his videos, he seems very sincere about what he's trying to do. So hopefully he'll get it done. He'll get it fixed. That'll be good. So, but anyway, I think I want to get ready to call it a night. And head to bed. I've not had a lot of sleep the past 2 nights. I did take a little nap today, so that helped. But I'm going to hop off here and call it a night. And I do appreciate everybody being here tonight. I'll try to go live again next Friday. And then the closer we get to October, I'll start doing live streams out in the shed. And we'll see what those haunted dolls want to do. And we'll go from there. Yeah, yeah, I'm proud of him too, Patricia. I think he's trying. I think they're just because somebody did comment on one of my videos that I used it in and said you can take your phone and pretend like you're throwing it, words show up, and he's right. He's right. Although I can say this about his app. I have walked around in the cemetery with it just in my hand, just walking around, and there was one. I think it was in Riverside. It was like 10 minutes before I ever got my next word. It seemed like at least it was a long time. So but you really have to shake it hard to get it to work like that. So just walking with it in your hand doesn't seem to set it off constantly and randomly, So, but anyway, all right, guys. So I'm going to hop off here if I can talk. And yes, I had fun too. Thank you all for being here. And I got a video coming up Tuesday. I don't know which one it'll be. I got a couple of different ones I got to choose from. So Tuesday, sometime I'll put it up on X, Twitter, whatever. Let y'all know when it's going to be on. And until next week, love you guys. See you guys. God bless. Night.